to my apartment here in Auckland. I'm talking quite quietly because it is currently 4 a.m. here and I'm trying not to wake my son up. But I thought I'm about to start an 8-day trip, which is the longest trip that I have had since coming back from maternity leave. So honestly, I have been dreading it a little bit. But let's hope it's a good trip, and I thought I would bring you guys along with me. So let's head to the airport. So I have just arrived here in Sydney to my hotel, and it is 9:41 in the morning here, so it's not too bad at all. And honestly, it's kind of lovely because I do have 48 hours here now to do pretty much like whatever I want. So my plan is to go to Barry's boot camp. I'm going to try and do that 3 times on this trip. Go to the gym, obviously, in Joburg and just get a good workout. And you guys know I'm going to be hitting up my favorite bookshop. But honestly, feeling really, really positive about this trip. I did try to swap off it just because it is quite long. And it is going to be the longest I've been away from my little man. So I have been kind of dreading it a little bit for that reason. But I'm just honestly deciding I'm just going to embrace it. It's going to be a good trip. It's really nice long layovers. I'm going to make sure I'm like working out and doing things that I enjoy and things like that. The flight today was honestly crazy long. It's just dragged. I swear I thought we were almost landing. They're like 1 hour 40 left and I was like, what? But honestly, my passengers were absolutely lovely, and I met the crew member who I'm going to be traveling with through to Johannesburg. There's only 2 of us from Auckland base. Everyone else is Sydney base. And he is gorgeous, absolutely love him. Really lovely person. So honestly excited to spend the next 8 days together. So yeah, we're all just gonna be positive vibes now. Anyway, I'm going to chill out for a little bit. I have booked in for a class at midday. I might go to the supermarket beforehand, or I might honestly just go after. We're just gonna have a chill day here. I'm quite tired, as you can imagine, after waking up at 3 a.m. But yeah, let's enjoy Sydney. So I've just gotten back. I was honestly trying my best to do like a bit of a bare bones shop. It's payday tomorrow, and obviously I've stopped part-time, which means we're no longer getting 2 full-time incomes. So just trying to be a little bit more like modest, I guess, with my spending. So for my lunch today, I've got like these rice crackers that I bought from New Zealand, and then I have an avocado, and I just picked up some lemon pepper tuna. So that's gonna be my lunch today. Before I head off for my gym class in about 1.5 hours. So yeah, we're feeling good. I'm honestly hoping this is going to give me some energy because I'm quite tired. I'm feeling it today. I was honestly walking around and I was like, I'm gonna buy a gongcha. I need a tea to like perk me up. And then I was like, don't do it. Just go eat. The food's probably gonna help. And then it's not all that like extra sugar in your system. But yeah, I really need this food to perk me up a bit to get going in this class because it's not always the easiest class. So wish me luck. So I'm on my way to the workout class now. It is crazy because it's not even 12 o'clock here yet in Sydney, and I feel like I've lived a whole day by now. But yeah, after this I am going to pass out. I'll probably just relax and then pass out, hopefully really hard tonight. But yeah, let's go get this workout in, I guess. Gonna start with a nice slow morning. I have my book and my tea. We're going to have a read. Good morning guys, and welcome back to my hotel room here in Sydney. I honestly had such an amazing sleep last night. I think going to that class definitely helped because it was like the hardest class that I have been to since like forever. I burned like 600 calories, which I don't know, I just feel like it was like a lot, but I was pretty dead afterwards. But anyway, obviously slept like a log after that, which was honestly amazing because I have been quite tired at home. I've just been running around doing a lot of things, so it's kind of been really amazing to have this 47-ish hours I think in Sydney before going on our flight tomorrow to Johannesburg. Wake up call is looking for about 6:15, so I'll probably get up about 5:45, and things like that. I am going to prepare for the flight tonight because I think I've mentioned in previous videos this one's actually going to be on the 380. So I haven't really flown on 380 much at Qantas, and the 380 that I did fly on for one sector was the old model. It's now all been refurbished and it's different, and the service has also changed. So I'm just going to really go through that to make sure that I'm prepared for the flight tomorrow, because as you guys know, I hate being a burden on people. I just want to go in and just be able to do my job competently, and as I always say, like, just because it's my first flight in a while doesn't mean the passengers need to know that. So hopefully it will all go okay. But today we're just gonna have a pretty short day. I'm getting ready. I'm gonna head for another gym class in about an hour. I'm heading back to Barry's boot camp. My goal is to try and finish 3 classes over my 2 Sydney layovers on this trip. And I also need to pick up some hand cream. This one was actually gifted by a passenger, which was so nice, but I've been using it to death, so it's almost completely gone. And since this never happened to me before maternity leave, but since coming back from maternity leave, my hands just get so dry on the plane. So it's kind of my non-negotiable today that I need to head out and get some hand cream. And we're just gonna see pretty much how the day unfolds. As I said, I want to make sure I can come back and do some study around 380 aircraft. I also have my emergency procedures training coming up after this trip, actually, so I will be having to do a bit of study for that on this trip. If that's something you guys are interested in hearing about, let me know. I can do like a separate video talking about the different types of trainings you need to do, like first initially when you become a cabin crew, and then the yearly tests that you do have. So yeah, if you're interested, please leave a comment below and let me know, and I can talk you guys through it. I know I look a little bit crazy, but I had a bit of a makeover when I was at home. I just feel like I needed to change, so I did chop a decent amount off my hair, and I also got curtain bangs, which obviously before I'm going ahead and do a workout class, I want my curtain bangs out of my face, which means I have to do my ponytail super high, and I have the ends of my curtain bangs popping out here, which I think makes me look like a bit like a cockatoo. Like, for those of you guys that aren't Australian, this is what a cockatoo looks like, and yeah, you can see the inspiration there. But anyway, you know what, let's head out and enjoy this day. Okay, so as you can probably tell, I just finished, so it's time to head back to the hotel, have a shower, wash my hair, and head out for the day. So I just got ready to head out, and my son's daycare sent through some photos of him, and he looks so cute. He put these little like bumblebee sunglasses on, and he was like modeling for them, and I was like, oh, I was already struggling. I was like, I'm over it, take me home. But now it's worse, but I'm like, it's okay. Day 2 of 8, we are making our way through. But yeah, we're gonna go out now and distract ourselves. I'm ready, feeling cozy, even though the weather here in Sydney is quite nice. But the goal is I have some paperwork to do for some work. I have to pick up some dinner, which, let's be honest, is probably gonna be sushi. And I'll probably head to my favorite bookstore. The goal is to not buy anything. As I said, I am part-time now, which is absolutely amazing, but obviously that means I am not making what I used to make as a full-timer. So things will have to be a bit tighter, but that's okay. Honestly, I keep thinking, like, I'm so grateful that we obviously have this option, because there's a lot of families out there that don't have the option to go part-time or things like that. The world at the moment is very expensive, and yeah, we're lucky enough that we have this option, obviously, because even a lot of crews say that they just can't afford to go part-time. So yeah, I do really feel really grateful and really thankful that we just have to kind of tighten our belts a little bit and be able to do this. But anyway, let's stop yapping and let's get out. So I have just got back from my adventures, and I was down the street for probably like 2 hours. which was good because I got everything that I wanted to do. It was a little bit of a mission to get the things laminated that I want to get laminated, and like, you guys are probably gonna think I'm a huge loser, but I got myself like little cue cards for all the different positions on the 380. I like printed out the manual page, and then I got a little laminated, because then when I don't fly on it again for another 3 years, in those 3 years, like, I'm ready to go. Like, I just have to pull out my little notebook and have a quick flick through, and I know what I'm doing. So yeah, I got them done. I'm such a nerd. Anyway, and I'm going to do a little bit more review just on the aircraft itself, more so than just the service positions. But yeah, I got that done. I went to one place and they didn't do it. They said the laminate was broken, so then I walked to this other place and I got it done, which was fine because it was right near the sushi place that I wanted to go to. And then I went to my bookshop, not intending to buy anything, but I just couldn't resist. I got 2 books. These just really, really spoke to me. And so I'm excited to read them, and at least I'm like, okay, I've got my motivation. You guys know what I'm like now. I have to finish a book this trip, maybe 2 if I can. So yeah, a little kicking myself because I did it, but they were too good to leave behind. So yeah, I also got hand cream, which I think I might have misplaced. Okay, I found it. So I have to admit, I'm not really a big person on testers in shops, but hand creams I definitely am, because I hate when they stick and make your hands slimy. But yeah, I really, really needed this, so definitely glad I got it, and definitely glad I don't have to go out and buy another one, because she ain't got money for that and she ain't got the energy for that. But yeah, anyway, for the rest of my day, I'm gonna get ready to eat my lunch. I'm going to do a little bit of studying on this aircraft, and I'm just gonna chill out. So yeah, I'm not gonna film it, but I will see you guys tomorrow before the flight. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my hotel room here in Sydney for the last time before I leave for my trip. It is 6:19 and oh my goodness, I just had an absolute heart attack. I just heard a knock at my door, and if you've ever been a cabin crew, you know that a knock on the door is never ever 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 what you want to hear, because a knock is that, like, why aren't you awake? Why aren't you downstairs? So my heart absolutely dropped. I was in my stomach for a minute. And I like ran to the door and I opened it. Thank God I'm ready. And then he was like, oh, this is your wake up call. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Like, it took me a minute to process, because I was like, have I messed this up? In fact, I'm just gonna even like triple check. No, pick up. Okay, no, 7. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. But gosh, that was anywho, I slept really well last night. I had a really good rest, so feeling ready for this flight. And honestly, I'm not feeling stressed about it at all. I feel like I've reviewed kind of things that I can as much as I can, and I think today is honestly gonna be fine. I have my little nerd notes just in case I like need to kind of like look up at what point we're in or anything like that, or any like little notes that are specific to these specific roles, just so I don't forget, because there's so many different roles on the 380. But honestly, I feel really confident that I think it's going to be a good flight. I'm gonna have a good time in Johannesburg. Honestly, I wish I was going to the Northern Hemisphere, just because winter is just not for me. I want to go somewhere warm, but hopefully the weather's not going to be too cold in Joburg, and we're going to have a good flight. Anyway, guys, let's go fly on this 380. Okay, so welcome to Johannesburg. I have just landed. The flight time was quite long. It was 14 hours and 5 minutes. The flight was really, really nice, honestly. I'm really glad I prepared as much as I did, because I just felt really confident on board and really good. And I feel like, honestly, it couldn't have gone more smoothly. So feeling great about that. But honestly, I'm super tired now. It is almost 6 p.m. here in Johannesburg, but I think it's like almost 3 a.m. In Auckland. So I'm gonna shower and like wash my face, just chill out, and hopefully get a good sleep here. But yeah, not really sure what I'm gonna do this trip, but just gonna kind of take it easy. It is cold here, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my hotel room here in Johannesburg. It is now 6:16 a.m. I've actually been awake since I think about 3 or 3:30 this morning. And thanks to my good old friend Jetlag. But I just ate my breakfast slowly, chilled in bed, and read some of my book, which I think I'm well on my way for finishing this trip, which I'm excited about because that is obviously my goal for the trip. And honestly, if I could get through 2, that would be insane. But as I said last night, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do on this trip, just because I know I do suffer from jet lag really, really bad on these trips. It is about a 10-hour time difference from New Zealand, so it's honestly just really hard. Like I was hoping to do safari, but the crew that I was planning on going on safari with this trip didn't end up coming on this trip. So I don't know, I think I might end up just going for dinner or something like that. Honestly, the crew last night on the flight were absolutely incredible. They were so amazing. And I'm actually like so sad because majority of them are actually staying here for 3 days, whereas me and the other Auckland crew member only have 2 days here. So I'm sad that we won't be coming back with them. I'm hoping we're gonna have an equally amazing crew. But I was definitely making jokes. I was like, I think I'm gonna resent the crew that I'm joining just because they're not you guys. But I'm sure they're gonna be just as nice. And honestly, I was super happy with how it went on the 380. Like, I'm so glad I did all the preparation because I honestly got on board and I just felt really confident and I think it went really smoothly. And I just don't really have any anxiety about flying on it anymore. So honestly, that was really, really great. But also before I went on maternity leave, my company did do a lot of changes to the service flow. And I think they've just done such an amazing job with the 380. Just because obviously like it's such a big aircraft, there's so many moving pieces and there's so many crew to organize. And I feel like this new service is just really so great for passengers because they're getting served a lot quicker. And they can obviously maximize their rest or their movie time or whatever, and people don't want to wait forever to eat. So I really think it was a really, really great change. So feeling really positive about that. But yeah, let's head to the gym and then we're going to work out what we're going to do with the rest of the day. Our wake up call is until 3 p.m. tomorrow, so we have plenty of time here just to do whatever we want to do. Check out this beautiful sunrise. Definitely one of the pros of jet lag. It's 6:30, we're ready for the gym. Let's go see what's open. So I have just finished up at the gym. I had a really nice workout, which is awesome. It's 7:51 now, and I've just spoken to Tim, and we're going to meet at about 11:45 to head over to Mandela Square, where there's pretty much just like a Woolworths and some steak places and things like that. So we'll probably have a look around. Honestly, I love the Woolworths here in South Africa. It's absolutely insane. It's where I get my matcha. And if you guys remember Caitlin, she asked me if I could pick up some Pinotage for her. Apparently it's amazing in South Africa. And I'm also going to pick up a bottle for my husband because this is, as I said, this is the longest I've been away. He's on school holidays at the moment. He has a lot of marking to do because he's a teacher and he likes his red wine. So I thought, you know, let's just get him a little treat while we're here because it's literally the least I can do. So yeah, honestly, I'm looking forward to that. I am also looking forward to just chilling out for a little bit. I think I'm going to read more of my book and just take my time getting ready and showering and all of that. It honestly looks like an absolutely beautiful day here in Johannesburg. So I know it's not safari. It's not one of those like amazing experiences that you can have. But I'm really excited just to go out and explore a little bit. I always love coming to Africa. It's such an amazing continent. It's so beautiful. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. So yeah, let's chill out for a bit and we'll head out later and I'll bring you guys with me. Anyway, we're ready to go, so let's get going. Hello guys, I have just gotten back to my hotel room here in Johannesburg and I'm absolutely exhausted. It is about 3:30, so we spent probably about 3.5 hours at this mall and got some amazing steak for lunch and stuff, but oh my goodness, the portions were massive. I ended up getting like salad to take away and I was like, oh, that can be my lunch tomorrow. And then we just stopped by to get some pinotage. I wanted to get some for my friend obviously, and I got one bottle for David. I picked up my matcha powder and just a few snacks and things for tomorrow. So definitely very productive, but honestly I'm so exhausted. It is such a nice day here in Johannesburg, so I'm just gonna leave my windows open I think and just enjoy the blue sky and the view. But I'm honestly just gonna chill out for the rest of the day. It's crazy to think I still have about 24 hours before I wake up, but I think honestly for the rest of this trip I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm just gonna like chill before the flight. So I will probably just check in with you guys again tomorrow. But I hope you've enjoyed coming through so far on this trip with me and just this really quick chill trip in Johannesburg. Welcome back to another morning here in Johannesburg, my last morning in fact. As I said, I have my wake up call today here at 3 p.m. and it's currently almost 5 o'clock in the morning. It's crazy, I've actually been awake since like 1 o'clock in the morning. But I just decided to kind of like wake myself up a bit because I just really don't want to be badly jet lagged by the time I get home. And when I get to Sydney, I think we land around 2 o'clock. I have about 40 hours, but then like the morning that I fly out, it's an early wake up call. So it's kind of just hard to adjust back on time. Like if I was going out and doing safari or something like that, I would just be like, whatever, I'll just deal with the time difference. But considering I'm not doing much, I'm really just trying to minimize the effects of jet lag. But I'm just getting ready to go to the gym now. I'm going to try and sneak down. I don't know what time it officially opens, but I'm just going to try and go now because it gets really busy. I think because there is quite a lot of crew that stay here, so we all just hit the gym. But yes, so I think my goal is to pretty much stay up as long as I can, and then just have a really solid nap before the flight. The flight does leave at 3 p.m. and it is about a 10-hour time difference from New Zealand, so as you can imagine that's like early hours in the morning that we are leaving into like I think they call it like a circadian rhythm, so it's going to be quite hard. So the goal is just to have a really good nap before that flight, and then hopefully when I get in I can stay awake a little bit when we get to Sydney, have a good night's sleep, and then be back on like Sydney to Auckland time. So that's the goal. This actually sounds crazy, but this is such a big thing about like being a flight attendant and trying to like manage your rest. And I think like before you have kids or anything, it's fine, like you can just go home and sleep. But obviously you're a new alarm clock, so you don't really have that luxury anymore. So now I'm like a lot more conscious of trying to manage my sleep and to get back onto New Zealand time when I need to. So I thought I would share that with you guys at this early hours in the morning. But anyway, let's go to the gym. Definitely the advantage of coming to the gym before it's even 5 a.m. It's empty. It is about that time. I did manage to sleep maybe 2 hours, but I think it was from about like 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. here, and it's almost 3. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'm going to sleep a bit more on board, but at the moment I am quite tired, and I feel like my hair is just having a bit of an identity crisis, so I'm not really sure what to be doing with it right now. I've already put it up once and put it back down, so we're just going to see what happens. But anyway, meant to be a significantly shorter flight time today. I think it's meant to be between 12 and 13 hours. So honestly, that's super nice because this is obviously quite a hard flight fatigue wise, just because we do leave, I think at about, my wake up call's about 1 a.m. New Zealand time. And then as I said, we do land back into Sydney at I think 2:30 p.m. So it's going to be a long night, but hopefully a good night. As I said, after my trip on the way up, I'm feeling much more confident on the 380, so I'm actually excited to be operating on that again. And yeah, I'm excited to be starting my journey home to my husband and my baby boy. As I said, this is also the longest trip that I've been on since I've been back at maternity leave. So yeah, I'm ready to be on my way back home, that is for sure. I miss my boys and I miss my bed. So yeah, but as I said, I do have about 40 hours in Sydney on the way back, which is honestly awesome because it can be quite hard to get back onto a normal sleep schedule after these trips. So it's nice that I do have a little bit more time and I don't have to stress too much. Like it's not only like 24 hours or anything like that. So that is good. Hopefully I will be able to adjust nicely. But I will check in with you guys after the flight, and I hope you've enjoyed coming with me to Johannesburg. Hey guys, we have just arrived in Sydney. It is 4:15 in the afternoon, so it feels pretty crazy. We've pretty much been up all night. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been so tired before on a flight, but I did sleep really well on my break, which made it easier to get through. Crew was super lovely again, so obviously that was really nice, but definitely glad to be here in Sydney. I am gonna head out, hopefully not get rained on, just pick up some food from the supermarket like I always do, and probably some sushi for dinner, and then I'm gonna try and force myself to stay awake and sleep through the night, so hopefully I can get myself back on kind of like Sydney and New Zealand time. But yeah, the flight time today was I think 11 hours and 40 minutes, so it was pretty quick, which was really nice. I feel like the services went really well and our passengers were very happy, which is honestly awesome. It was a good day at the office. Good morning and welcome back to my Sydney hotel room. It is about 10 o'clock. I've actually been awake since about 6, but that's kind of perfect because that's what I was hoping for, to hopefully get myself back on to New Zealand time. So I fell asleep last night, I think about 6 p.m. and I woke up at 6 a.m. So that was great. I still feel tired though, like oh my goodness. But that's okay, we're staying motivated. I have my last class to go to today of Barry's boot camp, which I am deeply regretting, but I'm hoping I'm gonna feel good after it. That's the goal, but I think it's going to be a struggle just because I'm quite low energy and I have worked out a lot this trip. But yeah, we're just gonna go, we're gonna embrace it, we're gonna enjoy it, and then honestly I don't have anything else planned for the rest of the day. This is literally just like a rest and recover day. Like it's so funny when you talk to passengers on board and they're like, oh, you got 40 hours, that's so long, like what are you gonna do? And it's like, honestly, recover. That's about it. Maybe go to a gym class, maybe eat, like some trips is amazing, like you can really like enjoy it and things like that, but other trips like this one was for me, which is like tough with jet lag, like I've mentioned 1,000 times. It's a bit of like a survival trip, but yeah, sorry, I think I'm getting a little bit delirious. But anyway, we're gonna go to our workout class today. We're gonna have an early night and we're going to wake up tomorrow. I think my wake up call is around 6 a.m. So I'll get up about 5:30 to get ready for our last flight home. So nice and easy on the way home. We'll be flying on the 787, super familiar with it, done this flight so many times. I checked my crew list. I have a really nice crew, at least the ones that I know. I really like the manager that we have tomorrow. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good day at the office, and obviously we're on day 7 of 8 right now, so feeling very positive, feeling very happy. Yeah, to be going home. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed coming on this trip with me, and I will touch base with you tomorrow before we head out. So welcome to the last check-in of this vlog. It is almost 6 a.m. I had my wake-up call a few minutes ago. I'm just getting my breakfast ready now, and then I'm going to be heading downstairs within the next hour. So I tried so hard to make my sleep better for this trip, and then last night I was so exhausted, my eyes were burning and I could not keep them open anymore at like 4:30, and I fell asleep for 20 minutes and that just completely destroyed me. So last night I didn't get to sleep till I think about midnight. I just could not sleep, like no matter how hard I tried. So I have only had maybe a little bit over 5 hours sleep. I'm feeling quite tired. And just dehydrated. I feel like no matter how much I'm drinking on this trip, I'm just not staying hydrated. I'm just very dry. I think I'm just ready to get home and out of the aircon, to be honest. But yeah, it should be a quick flight home. Usually it's roughly about 2.5 hours. We're working on the 787 today. I checked my manager, and the manager I'm working with is absolutely amazing. She's a really beautiful soul. So I'm looking forward to this flight, and obviously I'm flying again with Tim, so it's been a really lovely 8-day trip with him, and I feel like we've gotten quite close, which has been honestly really awesome. So yes, it's been a long trip, but it's been a good trip, and I hope you guys have enjoyed coming with me, but I'm ready to go home to my baby, so see you later.